at the National Cycling Centre here in Manchester. 5-1 in the end. It was a very good match by Manchester, I have to say. It was nice to see Middlesbrough get back in it with McGee, but obviously it's a difficult game, and we'll be speaking to the managers very shortly. Overall, the goal scorers in the second round was Ross Bond and Sam Richardson. We'll be speaking to Marcos very shortly, and also Darren Shaw. We'll be speaking to Darren Shaw and Josh Clark, the away opponents for Middlesbrough. Don't forget, we have been tweeting throughout the game today, and don't forget to hashtag Total Futsal to keep up to date with all of the futsal games here at the National Cycling Centre. We'll also be speaking to Marcos as well, the Manchester team manager, any moment now to gauge his reaction on his team's performance today. That result will catch Manchester up with Sheffield. That'll give them another 3 points. Obviously, Sheffield do have that game in hand, so it's more important for Manchester to win against Sheffield, which will be next week, which I'll tell you about any moment. We've got Darren Shaw at what? Oh, okay. We've got the Middlesbrough manager just over here now, so he's coming in for an interview. Jamie, it's nice to see you. How do you think that went for your team?
I mean, it's a difficult game. It always is against Manchester. Obviously, they've been up there every season for the past few seasons, so we know it'd be tough. We've got quite a few young players here with us. We've got 2 under-16 lads, so it's a work in progress at the moment for us. We started off well, but I think it had that feel of a bit of an end-of-season game. You know, there was a bit of a lack of an atmosphere, but Manchester are a quality side, and I think as I said, it's a learning process for everybody that's here. You know, hopefully next season we can push on. We've had a good record against Manchester for the last 3 occasions we've played them.
Yeah, you've beaten them on one occasion as well.
Yeah, I mean we've taken good leads into half time on a number of occasions, and I mean I think we've made big steps forward this year, and hopefully we can continue.
Let's bring in Josh, because I think he's put in a very good performance today. Josh, obviously you scored a goal against Liverpool in the last game that you played against. So how was that for you today? How was that experience?
It was really good. I'm just delighted to get minutes on the pitch and get just learn the game even more, get the experience, and look for the next few seasons to play.
How did you find your opponents today?
Difficult, very difficult. I think the movement off the ball of them is really good, and you can see they're good players.
And Jamie, what will you be taking from this game today? Well, what will you be telling your players now?
Well, of course, we've got a lot to work on. I think, especially for the younger players, it's a good time for them to watch back and see the better teams, especially. But specifically, the chances we look to win the ball back were quite limited. As I said, I mean, whether the fact that it is towards the end of the season, if that had a factor, but we've got to look to put our opponents in a little bit more pressure and give us chances to win the ball and counter-attack a bit more.
Credit where credit's due, Josh. How do you think your keeper did today? Because he did make some terrific saves.
It's a very good saves. If we didn't have Phil in goal, could have been a lot more. Pulled some great saves off, yeah.
And what will you be? Have you got another game after this, or what will you be doing in between now and your next game?
We train once a week at the Teesside University, so we'll be training there on Thursday evening. Obviously, it's our final game. It's against Hull. It's at Thornaby Pavilion a week today.
So where can everybody at home find Middlesbrough Futsal team?
We have our own website, Middlesbrough Futsal Club. So if anyone wants any information, of course, they can have a look on the website there. There'll be all the details, all the stats for the players, and the league table. So if you want to find anything out for the next game or any future games next season, and of course the Super League as well, then you're more than welcome to have a look.
Of course, because you are now in the Super League. Jamie, Josh, great game today. Thanks for joining us.
Cheers.
Thank you. So, that is the Middlesbrough team. And now we have got the welcome return of Marcos, because I was not here last time. I was in the United States. Nice to see you. Great result today. Great result today. How do you think that went for your team in terms of the focus on the ball? How was the possession?
It's an important win, which we had the most of the time the possession of the ball, which is the main thing. At the end of the game is 3 points, which is the most important. And I'm very pleased with the performance of the players that they came down today. And that's it.
How important was Richardson and Ovechkin today? Because they had some chances.
Yeah, we create a lot of chances, but you've got to score or miss that one on target. On the first half, we create a lot of chances, and till like 12-15 minutes, attacking all the time, but we miss it. But like I said to the players, don't go with the heads down, because at what point we will score. It came through from a free kick, which I asked for a timeout. I just spent that minute with the players explaining what we're gonna do, and absolutely full of confidence with that free kick that I explained to the players, and we score like that, and we start with the 1-0.
Confidence and focus is clearly a big part of your team's coaching and mentality, but what have you told your keepers? Because obviously your keepers have been keeping almost clean sheets, just maybe letting one goal in here or there, but your keeper's been terrific today as well.
Keepers still doing a great job at training, and the good thing that we've got like 4 keepers, so they challenge each other, and whichever is training hard for 1 week is the one which is playing today. And if for next game, for example, Marcos, which has been playing down, he's got the challenge that if he drops down just a bit his confidence or something like that, we've got more keepers, so they challenge each other the same as the players do.
So we have got Stuart Cook, who is just about to join us, who is today's man of the match. It's nice to see you, Stuart. I wasn't here last time, so it's nice to see you again. How important was that win for you? Because obviously that's 3 points on the table, 3 points on the board. Marcus will tell you, you've got to get a big game against Sheffield next week. How important is this result to you?
It's obviously very important. We want to win every game. At the moment we're unbeaten. We want to stay that way, even if it means we can't win the league. Obviously we've got a big game against Sheffield next week, and hope that Leeds can do us a favour in their last fixture.
And what will you be telling your players this week, Marcus? What will you be telling them to keep focused on the game in hand? Because obviously Sheffield have got a game in hand, so they can potentially go higher than you, even though, So what will you be telling your players this week?
Yeah, we need to focus now on the next game, and try to do the same performance that we have been doing. The thing I will say them once again is to don't waste the first 20 minutes that we did last week, which I came down today and I explained them I wanted to see the right performance today, playing all the 40 minutes.
And Stuart, how important is it to get an early goal? Because obviously that drives this team on so far in these sort of competitions.
Yeah, obviously getting an early goal means the opposition have got to start coming out a little bit more, looking for the equaliser, and it leaves a little bit more space than obviously usually you get. Middlesbrough are well drilled. We always have difficulties against them, but once you get the first goal, it opens up a few more opportunities.
Absolutely. And next week will be the title decider against Sheffield, which we are really looking forward to. Stuart, Marcos, nice to see you, and thank you for joining us. Next week's game is potentially the title decider here on Total Futsal. We are live here next Sunday. We are here live from 4:45 next Sunday. It's Manchester versus Sheffield, which is the title decider. It's almost our Super Sunday. This is what it boils down to. We hope to see you next week. Our coverage will start from 4:45 here on the Ustream channel. We thank you for all of your tweets today and your retweets and feedback on the show, and hopefully next week will be even better. It is a gripping end to the season here on Total Futsal. Thank you for joining us.